fresh, 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 yeah, fresh, 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 yeah, fresh, 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 yeah, fresh, fresh, fresh podcast, yeah, fresh, 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 yeah, fresh, 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 yeah, fresh, 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 yeah, fresh, fresh, fresh podcast, yeah.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to Fresh Podcast. We're here. We're back with Aaryan.
It's been a minute, hasn't it, my friend? It has been just a few minutes.
It's been a while. I think the last episode came over
A year ago. I think it was a year ago.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
That one episode with Kuz, very funny episode. you should watch it. You should listen to it. So,
Bro, the ops, they got us, and so we had to actually start studying and shit, and we couldn't focus on Fresh Podcast.
We didn't have the food ready, and the ops got us. So, yeah.
Show recommendation to everyone. Every fucking viewer better watch Top Boy.
Yeah, guys. Seriously, Top Boy is one of the best.
Top notch shit.
One of the best shows there are on Netflix. So yeah, we really recommend it. So for today, we thought about several topics. We thought that we would talk about what we were doing while we were away, and the main thing that came up, the main thing we thought about was self-improvement. So Aaryan, maybe you want to.
And also maybe just like before we get into that topic, let's just talk a bit more about like how what the fuck we've been doing, right? Since like yes, we may have been away and we may have had the self-improvement thing, but like what were we actually doing for a year, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Ultimately, the main piece of news is that we're finally graduating, so that's pretty epic.
We're finishing. We're finally finishing our ESCP journey.
The first episode where we were like, we're all ESCP students, we can't say that anymore.
Yeah, that this is not an ESCP podcast anymore. Well, I'm almost not. Well, actually, no, it's not an ESCP podcast anymore.
I think that died after year one, bro. Season 1 of Fresh Podcast was an ESCP podcast. The rest, it was all us.
Now it's season 3, we could say, and it's our first season as graduate students. We're almost graduate students, so
indeed.
Yeah, I think we can actually maybe go back a little bit and talk about how the last year was for us. Maybe you want to start, Aaryan. How was Berlin for you? Because for the people who don't know, our last year took place in Berlin, in Germany. Berlin is the capital of Germany. For those of you who don't know a lot about.
Folk or what?
For those
I thought 99% of the North Argentines, they know where Berlin is, don't they?
I suppose most people know where Berlin is, but just in case. So
yes, the ancestry runs deep in your country. Hey, you think I was gonna get away without doing one of those jokes?
I mean, that's a joke, bro. That's a joke. So
indeed.
I guess
Berlin was Berlin.
Go on, Berlin.
Berlin was it was an interesting year, wasn't it? A lot of things happened.
A lot of things, that's for sure, man. I mean, for me, it started pretty wild. The first week I arrived to Berlin, I got drunk 5 times. So yeah, the first week in Berlin started with the right food, getting the right food, getting a lot of beer inside my stomach, of course.
The German beer, though, innit?
The German beer, of course. I honestly have very few bad things to say about Berlin. I think the whole experience was very nice. I feel like I learned a lot of things. I think I matured quite a lot in this city. What about you? What do you think?
I think everyone went through like sort of this phase of year one where it was just we were all degenerates essentially. That's what I'm just gonna put it out there. We were all degenerates in London. It wasn't very nice because everyone was fucking disgusting. First of all, they didn't know how to take care of themselves, and I think that's true for a lot of university students. Is the thing that they're gonna realize the most is how much they're gonna change in terms of becoming adults by the time they get to like year 3 or year 4, depending on the program. Yeah, I think like I matured considerably more than I thought I would in a lot of departments. But like living alone, I think was something different because I hadn't done that before.
Yeah, for sure. I think the first thing that you will notice when you start living alone is that you have to do everything. And of course, cooking, I think, like for me, I didn't know how to cook before starting uni. So I think that looking back to to our first year back in London and to
Oh,
now,
and Nito.
you know, it was a mess. Like I didn't know how to cook anything. I was eating very poorly. I was relying a lot of on takeout, and now
Yeah.
I can say that I can cook for myself every day without actually needing takeout. Of course, from time to time, takeout is nice because you don't always want to cook because like to cook you have to you need to want to cook. Uh, like you need to have
But I also think
some
it's gonna
motivation.
save your wallet a lot. So it's gonna save your wallet a lot, and it's gonna save your arteries and your health quite considerably when you start cooking for yourself.
Yes, honestly, I think that's one of the things that changed a lot in Berlin. Like at first, I didn't care that much about it, but after like 1 month, I started to change my diet a little bit. Started to try to eat healthier food, try to have healthier habits, and I think that's the main thing that really changed with me. I think I'm leading a healthier lifestyle overall,
Hmm.
um, which I think is a very good change that I got from Berlin. Like, and that's I would say in that sense Berlin was very nice. I wouldn't say everything was good, but it's not because of the city itself. It was more because of personal experiences. You know, like there were some dark times.
A few mad things right there. You know, we're not gonna talk about those here, or maybe sometime in the future. It could. Who knows? Who knows?
That's yeah, that's the topic for the future. We'll see how it goes.
Potentially, potentially.
We'll see how it goes in a few weeks. But
No, 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 no. That was that's. I mean, I think what you have to take away from things like that or just bad times is make the best of it because eventually I realized like who the fuck knows where you're going to be tomorrow or the people who you're going to be around tomorrow. Like enjoy the bad times as much as the good times.
yeah, and so that's basically what we had in Berlin. Like we had a lot of good times. There were some bad times, but at the same time, the bad times are good to see who the real people are, who the
Yes.
people that really matter, the people that need that you have to stick around with are. Like you see who is really there for you in those
Who's
situations.
your actual like who are your ride or dies? That's who you figure out in those times.
Who are your real homies? You know, you have to see who are the real ones, who are your youths, and yeah, I think going
Because like a lot of people what they don't realize is they have a lot of people in their lives who are just fake or toxic or just like people maybe who are pulling you down. And I think the sooner that people realize that, I think in uni you realize that a lot that like you're friends with people who are just not good for you.
yeah, and most of the time you see people who are just like they have some kind of interest behind that, or they want to I don't know be with you because they want to get close to another person. So you like I think in uni you really see who those people are, and you have to try to stay away from those people and try to identify the people that are good for you and that help you improve and that overall help you become a better person. And I think the Berlin, at least for me, and I think for Aryan as well, really showed us who those people are. And I think in a sense maybe our friendship groups became smaller, but
Yeah,
the
100%. I think that that was one of the main things I found out about Berlin as well.
the friendships that stayed are very valuable, and I think they probably stand the test of time. So
We'll see, we'll see, we'll see about that.
then of course like for me next year I'm going to well next year September August actually I'm going to Singapore. Arian doesn't know yet. He has some choices he has to make. So
Indeed, indeed. So we might, who knows? We might get another in-person fresh podcast for a year. Who the fuck knows that about that?
there might be
That could
there
be
might be a lot of more content coming in.
potentially,
Yeah,
potentially, my friend.
but apart from and of course I know some people who took the same uni as me that like they come from ESCP, but I guess like most of the people I have met I won't be seeing it again, and it's a pretty crazy thought. It's
Mhm.
also a bit sad, but I think that even if I don't see those people in person for a while, the people who truly matter, I think, even if you just speak with them once in a while, like if the friendships were good in the first place, they will stand the test of time and the distance as well. That's what I think.
That's what I found from my high school group, at least, because I still talk to my best friends from high school. First, one of them I've known for what 16 years, and we still talk every day. Like he's basically my brother in that sense of the word.
Yeah,
You see those types of people.
yeah. That's what I meant. Like that's what I mean. Like even if you don't speak every day, that's fine. You can like still consider these people your friends and that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think finding those people is very very important. So
Mhm.
I guess that's more or less what happened in Berlin in terms of our
I mean, on that
experiences.
note, though, that I think that note is perfect to switch to the next topic, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
because I think that's an overarching theme about Berlin.
yeah, I think like there was a lot of thoughts, a lot of retrospective that happened in Berlin, and that's the main thing that took us into self improvement. I think,
Mhm.
which
I mean, it started off as a meme, though, didn't it? We're like, what basically happened on our journey in self improvement. The first thing was Rodrigo. He sent me a text of Cristiano Ronaldo, like it was a meme where it was like a bunch of things that said like challenge for 2022,
yeah, trying
no
to
porn,
challenge.
no. What else was it? Like no porn, just drinking water,
Yeah,
like gym for 5 times a week. It was stuff like that, and then we were like, we memed about it, we joked about it for a bit, but then we were ultimately like, wait, why shouldn't we just do this? Because it sounds like it would improve our lives considerably.
yeah, and I would say like of course, I didn't manage to do everything in the list. I think neither of us managed to do everything in the list,
No.
but I would say that taking those things into account in our everyday lives has for sure like improved a lot of aspects, I would say, of our lives.
Mainly
Uh,
mental, mainly mental. I think my mental health has improved considerably since I started at least taking care of myself, because that's what a lot of people in our generation, what they do. They're really not taking care of themselves, are they?
I think a lot of people in our generation, people our age, they think in the short term.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's normal, of course. We're young people. We do a lot of dumb shit. I do a lot of dumb shit. I think you know that.
Ooh, I
But
also do a lot of dumb shit, my friend. I have my fair share of stories there as well.
yeah, but I would say that like looking into what you eat is already a big step forward in like getting yourself a higher quality of life, getting yourself in a better position overall in your life. Because like before this all this stuff, before actually like thinking, I was eating so badly. I was eating whatever, like without thinking about the calories, without thinking about the actual effect the food had on my health. But
The food.
the food had on my health. But I think that since I started dieting, since I started following a rigorous diet,
Oh no no.
a rigorous
A
exercise
rigorous
routine.
diet.
Yeah,
Can you do 1,000 now?
I think I can do 1,000 now after starting my rigorous morning routine, exercise, some ice pack. But yeah, I think
If you
that
know, you know. If you know, you know.
if you know, you know. I think a lot of people will know. Um,
Yes.
but I would say that yeah, like just eating better is a huge step into becoming better overall, mentally and physically. And the physical effects, I mean, that's
Those are fucking crazy. The like when I started eating well, I mean I might as well get into it. Like I was considerably overweight when I started Berlin. I was like I don't know, I think I was like 108 kilograms, which is I'm like 6 foot tall, 183. That's pretty I think that's just borderline obese though, isn't it?
it's overweight for sure. I don't know if it's obese, but yeah, I think it's
Yeah, something like that. But like yeah, I think the gym and going and eating well, that I think has changed my life completely, because now I've cut down some 30 kilos, nearly shredded like a fucking Greek god. You know, Ziz would be proud. If you know, you know. No, but like we've changed our habits completely in that sense. Like going to the gym together, I think it's safe to say we're gym bros.
yeah. That's also a huge thing that happened in Berlin. We were going to the gym with Aaryan and with some other friends, and I think like if you ever want to start going to the gym, going with someone, people you like, people you trust, is honestly a must because those people will push you to become better and they will reassure you, make you feel that you belong to the gym. Because I think a lot of people who are starting to the gym, they start going and they see all these muscular people and they feel a bit intimidated. They don't want to start
Yeah, yeah.
because they think that they're very far from achieving these goals.
or even getting judged by other people. Like you feel that sort of I'm gonna do something wrong, and then someone's gonna look at me and look at me weird, and
yeah, you think
it's
like
just not like that though.
yeah, like not at all. The people who are like very muscular, they know because they also were at your point. If you are a beginner at the gym, they were also beginners at some point. So since they know that, they will always try to help you out. They will always try. But like the point is that like going with people, with friends to the gym like helps you like better yourself, like push yourself more. Like it's honestly it was a very nice experience that we got from going to the gym and doing all this stuff. So I think that yeah, like if you ever want to start, like don't think about it, just start. Just if you have the
I mean, as Noel Dazel also told us to keep a gym, bro, because if you know, you know. Again, this is one of those podcasts where we've completely switched our content that we watch, and so like people like Noel Dazel who are absolute goats in this department have taught us many lessons like this.
yeah, like I think a lot of another thing that comes with self improvement is that you change you change a lot of content that you consume on YouTube and on social media. Like before, I was watching a lot of video game videos and videos about like I don't know some dumb shit. But now I mostly watch fitness YouTubers, and I know it sounds a bit dumb like at first because that's how it began. Like Aaryan sent me a video by this guy called Noel Dazel. And I was like, "What, bro? What the fuck are you watching? What is this shit?" But then I started getting into the videos. I started watching, and I saw that the guy just wants to spread a nice message. He wants to spread the word that the gym is great, that going to the gym is great. And I think that, I don't know, like just watching those videos every day, it really helps you like motivate yourself to go to the gym and just overall to become a better person, I would say. Don't you think?
Like a lot that comes with the gym is like increased confidence, and of course building a better physique and looking good. Of course, that's one of the side benefits of it, but I think the mental benefits are very underrated. Like most people, they say they go to the gym because like, wait, great, I want to get a six pack, I want to look like I don't know, whoever your favorite action hero is. I want to look like Chris Hemsworth, I want to look at whatever. I mean, none of them are natty anyways, as we know from Mr. Greg Doucette. Not natty, man. Yeah, but the mental benefits are very underrated because the amount of increased confidence you get, it's
yeah, for sure. I think
crazy.
yeah, and also like
Discipline.
of course, and that's a thing you see as well. Like and people will notice that as well. Like when you start going to the gym and you see your physique changing, people will understand that you're putting in the work, that you have changed a little bit, that you have become, as Aaryan said, more disciplined and
I mean, look at one of our friends who started going to the gym in January, or he wanted to start going for a New Year's resolution. He was like, I'm not going to change my diet. I'm not going to go to the gym that often anyways. I'm going to go twice a week maybe. He was the guy who went like almost every day, unlike like basically without stopping. I think he barely took any breaks off the gym. He was going there every day with us. He was pushing us to go as well. And like that was a crazy transformation we saw in him, at least.
yeah, and it really worked for him, and I think his confidence improved, and yeah,
He's much happier. I would say he's become much more happier, and he's all of course started to look much better as well. That's no doubt.
yeah. So I would say really for anyone, the self improvement journey is a long one. It's not the easiest one. Changing, especially from the diet point of view, I think, because going to the gym, if you have the means, it's possible. Like you can do it. You can do it. Like if you have the means, of course, because of
I
course,
mean, even if you don't have the money, at least you can. Like, of course, going to the gym is expensive. I'm not gonna say that paying 30 euros is possible for everyone per month, but you can start running. You can do calisthenics. You can do workouts at home. Like it's not impossible. And even if it's just maybe half an hour a day, do something active. Keep yourself active. Even if you don't have the money to do it, at least you can do. The least you can do is maybe go outside for a walk for half an hour.
yes, honestly,
Start somewhere.
like that part I think is not that hard. I think that probably the hardest part of the journey is the diet, because of course I think a lot of people, we're used to eating very poorly, breakfast, everything. A lot of us people, a lot of us students, we skip meals. Sometimes we only have one meal per day, and that meal is, I don't know, a pizza, you know. So of course, dieting, especially if you're a student, can be hard first, but there are a lot of tricks to it.
Because it gets us happy, right? Like eating junk food, it's hyper stimulating your brain. Like it's pleasure, and you're not supposed to be doing that too often, because as soon as your mind gets used to comfort, it becomes less ambition. Like there's less ambition that you have. You're becoming more comfortable, and that's not something that you should be encouraging, anyways.
Yeah, like,
Because comfort is where you die.
yeah, if you want to compare it to something, like eating junk food all the time is like watching porn, because
Yes.
it's accessed quick pleasure that like really stops you from really chasing after your goals. So
Hamza,
yeah,
Hamza.
that
That's if you need if any one of you needs a YouTuber to watch, or any start into improving yourself, you can start at watching this guy called Hamza. He helped me considerably in my self improvement journey thus far.
yes. So as Aaron said, yeah, like the guy has so many, has great messages. He really motivates you and stuff. So I would say, like, yeah, that's a good recommendation.
Just to get started, like you don't have to watch his videos every day, because he also says that eventually, once you've gotten the message and once you've started, you should stop watching my channel.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, I didn't know he said that as well, but it makes sense.
Because he says basically, I don't want my like the community to be on YouTube the entire time stimulating their brain with needless amount of content. He's like, I want you to start with me, and then once you get the message, stop watching. You can stay subscribed, but you don't watch my videos anymore. Recommend it to people who would need this type of stuff, or who would want to improve their lives, and then you move on eventually.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so like really, like this the self improvement journey, as we said before, it might be tough, but like just know that you're not the only one who is going through it, and that if you start, the sooner the better, and there are a lot of benefits to it. And I think that's one of the main things really that we got from this year, because this year, like, it might not have been the best. Like this year, like 2022, it might not have been the best, personally speaking. But I think that even then, thanks to this self improvement journey, and thanks to the change in mentality that we have had over the last months, like, I think just that has made it a good year, at least for
Yeah, I
me.
mean, like you start to be more grateful for things in your life, and like one of the things that you can do for that is like telling people that you're grateful for them. That's something I learned this year, and I think you know that as well. Like, because I'm not gonna be bullshitting about that sort of stuff. I tell people that keep the people, like we all coming a bit back onto the topic about people in your lives. Tell them that you like them, or tell them that you want them in your life.
Yeah, everyone likes
People don't hear that often.
everyone likes to hear a compliment. Like, compliments are very nice. So if you want to show that you appreciate someone, and that you appreciate having them in your life, as Arian said, you can tell them. And I know that a thing Arian does, maybe you want to talk about it, about the letters I'm writing.
Okay, I mean, I can talk about it. Basically, what I tend to do about maybe once a month, or not even then, like it's just whenever I feel a bit down, maybe that's when I usually do this sort of stuff. When you feel down, you should usually start thinking about the things in life that you're grateful for. And so a lot of very important things for me are the people in my life. Uh at least my best friends, or some other people who are very special to me. In that sense, what I would tend to do is, people don't hear often enough that they're valued, and I think that's something that we have to work on as a generation. But I tend to write them a letter telling them I'm grateful for them, and a lot of the things, maybe detailing a memory that we had, or telling them a quality about them that they should keep focusing on or keep improving, and telling them, I don't know, yeah, just this sort of stuff. It gets you thinking as well, and it makes you feel better when you write things like this down, and then you tell them that. Don't be a bitch about it. Give them the letter or read it out to them. Yeah, what that's what a lot of people shy away from maybe doing. Give them the letter, read it out to them. In that sense, whatever you can do, and write it on paper. Don't write it like a little bitch on your computer and then send it on WhatsApp. Write it on a piece of paper, because that is something tangible and you can keep that.
Yeah, yeah. I would say like, yeah, it's a great way, and also like writing your thoughts on paper is also a very good way, I guess, to keep your head in check and stuff.
I mean, it was very eye opening when people were very like, they were very shocked when I sent that when I sent that to them, because they weren't expecting anything, and people don't usually expect to hear out of the blue like, thank you for being in my life, or thank you for being such a great person.
Yes. So let me think. What else can we talk about? I don't know. I think we have a lot of stuff coming for.
Yeah, we've covered all bases for now. I think like it was a fun episode, because we got to talk about a lot of the things that we learned in Berlin, and I think like that's the overarching theme for the year was self-improvement, because we managed to focus on ourselves and improve ourselves. And maybe, who knows in the future how much this year would have impacted our lives if we hadn't found self-improvement.
We'll see if this has paid out during our master degree. We'll see if I think it will pay out. I think
100%.
I think the benefit, how do you say that? The fruits will be. How do you say this again? What's the expression?
You bear the fruits of your labor.
Something like that. That the fruits will be collected or something like that. I don't know. Like, but the
harvest will come like usually what happens in farming, right? Is like you plant the seeds and then you harvest it like a few months later. So we're gonna find out down the line how much progress we've made, because not many people make progress anyways, and the sooner you start doing it, the sooner you realize the other people in your life are not doing it and the other people in the world aren't doing it. So you're going to be very much more high value anyway.
Yes. So I would say we can end the episode now. And for the next one, we might have some guests. We might have some. Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna try and experiment around with this a little. Like we're just coming back into this again.
Yeah,
and so it's gonna require a bit of playing around, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But for now, we want to let you guys that we're back. We're officially back, and I guess stay tuned for what's coming. And yeah, see you next time.
Like, subscribe,
leave a comment, and yeah, see you guys.
Tell us in your comments what's your favorite American Psycho moment. If you got this far, leave that in the comments. And just like without any context, we just want to see how many people, just out of curiosity, how many people get this far. It would be very funny.
Yes. All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.